The four yugas in the Vedic tradition have been Satyug, Treta, Dwapar and Kali. Now, what do they represent? Do they represent the passage of time? Do they represent something historical? We have been led to believe that way, right? We believe that time is something external that happens to us. It's something happening in the clock or in the watch, and it's happening in spite of us or outside of us. We take it as an objective entity, right? So this is the mug outside of me, and let's say this is a watch. This too is. So we start thinking of the four yugas in the usual way. We say Satyug was X years long or X thousand or X million years long and stretched from this date approximately to this date. And then we say next came the next yug and it dated from one particular point to the next one, almost like months in a calendar, right? That's how we look at the concept of yugas. Correct? Let's say we are currently in December, let's say. So we like to say that September was Satyug. And then came October, and then November, and right now it's Kalyug running. So that's the way we are accustomed to think. Something is amiss here. That's not the way Vedanta looks at time. Vedanta just does not look at time as an external entity. Vedanta talks only of two: the Atma and the mind. If there is just Atma and mind, what is this third thing called time? What is this third thing called time? Surely this third thing has to be one of the two elements that Vedanta deals in. But time obviously is not Atma, because Atma is changeless and time denotes change. So time is mind. So these four yugas, they surely are states of mind. Surely they are not one particular linear progression as we traditionally believe. There is something else there. Are you getting it? So then what is Satyug? Satyug is when the mind is totally centered in the self, the truth. Treta is when the mind is identified with thoughts. Dwapar is the body and Kalyug is sansar. So there is indeed a movement here, and the movement is progressively away from the center. When the mind is closest to the center, you call it And when the mind is farthest from the center, you call it? Which means some of us might be in this moment in Satyug. You are already living in Satyug. It's not as if we are condemned to live all our life in Kalyug. And unfortunately, some of us might be intermittently slipping away to Kalyug. When you are living a truth-centered life, you are living in Satyug. When you are living a world-centered life, you are living in Kalyug. Getting it? That's how we are to comprehend it. These are not spans on the calendar. These are not expanses in chronology. These are simply states of mind. Are you getting it?